of the fourth barrel. I mean, of the IRA. Sorry. All right. Now, having said that as a background, the important lesson there is, notice, we have not even talked about the fourth barrel and its corruption. We have talked about fourth barrel as a system. And even if there is absolutely no corruption in that fourth barrel system, it still is inefficient because it represents dispersion rather than integration. Okay? And I will comment on, I will reiterate that later. Now then, what are the benefits? This comes from the paper of Morales and individual members. Kasi ito daw ang sinabi ng Supreme Court. Individual members of Congress, far more than the President and the congressional colleagues, are likely to be knowledgeable about the needs of the respective constituents and the priority to be given each tribe. That sounds so convincing, doesn't it? Except you're not comparing it with the proper, you're not using the proper comparator. Anyway, there are local development councils in which the congressperson is a member. And these councils have development plans, and they already have investment programs, which have priorities. So, and these were born out of the collective wisdom of the members of this council, of which the congressman is a member. So why does he have to choose his own? Ayon, ang sinasabi dyan. And what is more, there is a misreading pa of the Supreme Court decision. Kasi parang, give it to them, let them choose. Nakalagay sa Supreme Court decision, in short, the projects and programs chosen by the, selected by the congressman are only recommendatory. Ayun ang sinabi ng Supreme Court. Please make sure that we understand that's only recommendation. But what have they done? They made it as if it was written in stone. Everybody gets their 75 million or the 200 million. Okay? Right. Notice I say nominal. That is the articulated by Nogales and Edsel. Then, the relatively small projects implemented under the draft complement and link the national development goals to the countryside and grassroots, as well as to the rest areas which are overlooked by central agencies. I never knew that central agencies like the Department of Education and the Department of Health overlook small areas and rest areas. I would think it was only the congressman who could locate them. Well, it may be true that the central agencies overlook small projects, but certainly the provincial, municipal, and barangay agencies do not. And the latter, unfortunately, are often ignored in favor of the congressperson. Ayan ang nangyayari. All right? They are not mentioned at all by the members of Congress as having influenced his or her choice of projects. Now, that's phenomenal. But why do they really want that fourth power? What is the real benefit? The real benefit is to individuals, not to society. What is the benefit? Yeah? It is a means, obviously, by which the executive can exercise influence and control over the legislature. All he has to do is not release. Or all he has to do is promise releases. May mga kwento, may mga chismis sininig dyan. Hindi ko alam, ayan. Chismis. Okay. It is the means by, but I read her. It is the means by which, and then, it is the means by which the legislator can ensure election victories, or the victory of his family, or the perpetuation of his families. It has become big business. Because if you think of it, 70 million times 3 years, and you get what, 20% of that, supposedly, 20%, maybe 30%. What are you talking about? You're talking about 14, 20, 14, 28, 42 million, just like that. Right? Tapos meron pa kayong economies of scale. If you have your brother or your sister, etc., run for local office, and you have a dynasty going. And of course, the comment there is that these benefits accrue not to the people themselves, but to the so-called servants of the people. We are being robbed blind. All right, now what does it cost? Now that's the Nogales paper, and the Nogales and Lagman paper, do not say that there are any costs. It's all benefits. Well, I will tell you what the costs are. That's the opportunity cost of the projects for gone. That could have been taken up at maybe higher social and economic rates of development cannot be done because they have been ignored by the congressperson. So, to reiterate, even when the port barrel projects are completely untainted by corruption, there will still be the problem of inefficiency and waste. The dispersion versus integration issue, projects with very little developmental impact, approach, a basic so called it chap. Hindi lang chap daw. Chap. Right. All right? Projects that are duplicative or decisions that are better done by already existing agencies. That's the cost. What is the cost of the port? Ayan. Unfortunately, assuming that the port barrel is untainted by corruption is a heroic assumption. Let's just look at the 2007, 2009 COA. All right? Total appropriated for PDAF, 29 billion. For BILP, 51 billion. In other words, 80 billion for that amount of port barrel. And this, by the way, does not include the congressional initiatives which were removed when Noynoy came in. And those congressional initiatives were larger than the sum of these two. Okay? So talagang they went to town on this port barrel. So that was appropriated. Would you believe what was released was 116 billion. How can that be? What was appropriated was only 102, and what was released was 116. And therein lies the data that I will just tell you that is supposed to be illegal and unconstitutional. Now, how much of the released funds were audited? Only 8 billion of the PDAF and 33 billion. So it's a very small proportion. Why couldn't they audit? Because there was no data. The budget office could not supply them with the paper trail that they needed in order to be able to. So of this 100, for example, of this 102 billion of BILP, we got 32 billion lang ang na-cover. Well, the 69 billion was given to unidentified solos. Why unidentified? Because they could not trace them. I'm sure they would be able to, but not now. All right? So 8 billion. And what were the funds that were found to be improper or highly irregular? Of the 8 billion of PDAF, 6 billion were found. In other words, 75% were either improper or irregular. All right? And here is the parang milagro. Imagine of the 33 billion of BILP. What is BILP? It is various infrastructure and other local projects. That's the heart, supposed to be the heart. Of the 33 billion, only 310 million were found to be irregular. So I said, bakit kaya? Well, number one, it is because hindi nakalagay doon the original value of the projects that they found to be in a high state of deterioration or not completed or whatever. And second, according to the COA themselves, the COA members themselves, mahirap i-trace yan. Kasi ang tawagan dyan, informal. The congressperson calls the district engineer. And the district engineer, as long as it is 50 million pesos worth of infrastructure, they have the authority to make the decision on their own. They don't have to go higher.